So, revision of the poem Trying a Snake Trying. The snake the snake trying. Well, let us see the poem A Snake Trying. Here in this poem, the poet has beautifully described about a snake that is trying to escape from a pursuing stick. Here in this poem, the snake trying. We see that most of us, we the human being, have no logic behind killing of a snake. There is one and only one excuse that is given by us, that we killed a snake because it is poisonous. Here, the poet has pointed out that all the snakes are not poisonous. All the snakes are not poisonous. And he advocates that snakes are also a part of nature. They are maintaining the food cycle. The food cycle is being maintained by all the creature that is created by God. If we disturb this ecosystem, if the very cycle of the food, the entire ecosystem may be disturbed. So, the theme of the poem is to highlight the theme of the poem is to advocate that all the snakes are not poisonous, are not. All the snakes are not poisonous. So before killing them, we should keep in our mind that all the snakes are not poisonous. So some of them are quite beautiful, harmless. So here what the poet wants to advocate. Here the poet wants to advocate that it is useless, it is foolish to kill the snake without any reason. But the shortcoming that we, the human being, have learnt right from our childhood, we are taught that snakes are dangerous for us. So whenever you come across, try to kill it. This very teaching, unreasonable teaching that is given to the children. As I was also being told that snakes are poisonous, so they should be killed. In fact, there is no logic. We hardly think about that it may be also harmless. And even if a snake is harmless, a snake never bites you unless the snake feels that he is under threat. When a snake feels that his life is under threat, his life is in danger, he never attacks, he retaliates. It is a counter attack. A snake never attacks you, it is a counter attack. When you try to kill him, try to pursue him through your stick, because as we are in habit that whenever we see a snake, we rush for a stick and try to kill the snake as soon as possible, because we feel that it is dangerous, it is harmful, but it is a very, very cowardice act, it is a very foolish act. It is a cowardice act, it is a foolish act, because as soon as even if the snake is poisonous, it will not harm anybody if it is in not danger. If the snake is not in danger, what's wrong? When you are in that, do you know? Do you ever not try to protect you? Of course, when we are under danger, we try to safeguard us, we try to protect us. So if a snake is doing the same, what is wrong he is doing? So it is foolish, it is illogical, it is unreasonable, it is useless to kill a snake even if a snake is poisonous, because it do not harm if it does not see any danger from us. A snake always bites in self-protection. 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 It is safeguard to protect himself. In fact, he wants to see the escape route. That is why it hisses you. It attacks you so that you can give him the way to escape. It will never bite you unless he felt it that he is not protected. It is a self-protection. But sadly, human beings always try to kill their snake as soon as they see. It is, I have already told you, it is the most illogical aspect of the life, that whenever we see a snake, immediately we try to kill the snake. So here, that through this poem, the poet wants to tell us that it is wrong to consider all the snakes are dangerous. First of all, he wants to teach us that, oh reader, snakes are not dangerous. They are one of the most beautiful gifts to the nature. And the greatest, a snake is the greatest scavenger of the rats. They are eating rats. If there will be no snake, you may think the number of the rats that will multiply to the world. So this is the balance is being created. The balance is being created. So if you are killing a snake, an imbalance will be created. So dear children, it is high time to see that people think that we should kill the snake because it is poisonous, but they are not dangerous. They don't attack unless they feel that they are in danger. They don't. So let us see the poem. The snake trying. The snake. Here in the poem is written in free verse. What is a free verse? Because the poem has no rhyming scheme. A free verse is the poem into which no rhyming scheme is followed. So, the description of the poem contains a stanza. Each stanza has a various example. You see, trying, streaks, then, beautiful. All the stanza ends without any rhyming words. So, if a poem ends in that way or written in this way, that is known as free verse. Here in the poem, the poet has described what he has described. What he has described over here? The poet has described that a man is trying to follow a snake with a stick in his hand. Suppose you are that man. Suppose I am that man. And suddenly I come across a snake. What I will do? What you will do? The same action. There will be no different action. Even though I am adult, I am more educated, I am more experienced, but the first thing that I will do, that I will look for a snake. So it is natural. It is natural. Because why it is natural? Because we are taught in that way. We are taught in that. We want to spare it. But in fear of our life, as we feel danger, we attack the snake. Same is the result. As the snake felt the danger, the snake attacks us. So, the man who is trying to follow the snake with a stick in his hand, with a stick in his hand. Here you see, the snake trying to pursue. Who is pursuing? The snake trying to escape the pursuing stick. What the snake is trying to escape? Run away. You know the word escape. The snake is trying to escape that stick. The man who is following a snake with a stick in his hand. So, feeling the danger, The snake felt the danger, so he tried to escape. Pursuing. Pursuing means what? Pursuing the stick. Following the snake with a stick. Who is following? The man. A man is following a snake with his stick. So the snake wants to run away, escape, run away. With sudden curving of a thing. Here the sudden curving of the thing. Here the way the snake moves. How it moves? Suddenly it curved. Suddenly it curves. You see the twisting and turning. The snake glides in a zigzag way. So the curve, suddenly there is a curve. There is a movement. Here the curve is the word curve. The word curve means that the way the snake moves. Suddenly it curved and it rushed. It curving of a thin long body. Here the physical traits of a snake is being described. It has long, thin body. Long, thin body like a rope. Like a rope. The snake has a mouth, and rest of its body is a tail. Only the mouth and rest of all the body is a tail. So it has a long, thin, curved, twisted. Curve is what? So many twist and turn. Twisted body. Curved body. How beautiful and graceful he said. Here, the poet once was moved by the beauty of a snake. Look at how beautiful the snake, the poet started life. He likes the snakes very much. He is in love of the snake. How beautiful. When the poet looked at the snake, he was moved by the beauty of the snake. So here, what the beautiful, the positive aspect of the snakes is talking about. If you will look, the snakes are also beautiful, like nightingale, like cuckoo, like other birds and animals for which the poetry is written. They are also beautiful. They are adding, look at the marvelous color. So here, the poetic device, imagery, the poet has imagined that how beautiful and graceful are his shape. The very shape of the snake is being talked about. The first imagery that the poet has used, that to escape the pursuing stick. What does it mean? What kind of imagery the poet has presented before the reader? Here, by using the word to escape from the pursuing route, to escape the pursuing stick, to escape the pursuing stick. What you imagine? What kind of a picture is presented? Imagery is a picture. Mind is the best artist, and mind is the best painter. Remember, my dear children, mind is the best artist, and it is the best painter of the world. So here the picture, the pen picture, what the poet has imagined, a very true picture. What is that? That the snake is trying to get away from the man who is chasing him with the snake. Get away, run away, escape. So escaping, just imagine that somebody is having the stick and the snake is trying to escape, to get away, to run away. Then how beautiful and graceful it saves. Here again, the poet has imagined that how beautiful its shapes are. He glides through the waterway. He glides. Gliding is what? The very movement. As the kite glides into the air. Gliding is the twisting and twirling movement of the snake. So, the way the snake moves is being described here very beautifully. It suddenly takes a curve, then it glides into the water. So, the natural aspect of the snake is being talked about. With his long body, he runs making sudden carving, that these carvings are very beautiful and very impressive. These carvings, the sudden carvings are very beautiful. Carving is what? Bend. Carving is what? Bend. Bends. So all those bends are very natural, and poet is moved by those carvings that is seen by us. So here you see, he glides through the waterway from the stroke. The stroke, here you see, from the strokes, the poet here pleaded with the man that let the snake goes into the water. Let them go. He requested. To whom he is requesting? To the man who is pursuing. A man. Who is a man? A is indefinite number. It may be me, it may be you, it may be he, it may be she. Whoever is a snake, the poet is requesting the pursuer, the man who is chasing the snake, that, oh dear, please let the snake go over the water into go. What is it? Glides through the waterway. Lord, let him go over the water. Here, let him go. Let him go. So, graceful shape, it tries to escape the sea. And very clear that why the poet requested, why the poet pleads that let the snake should go. Because he felt that snakes are also important. It is as important as we are. And they too have same right on the Mother Earth. Why man think in that way that they are the owner of the earth. No, dear. We are not only the owner of earth. We are the same creature like those animals, like those plants, like those snakes, those insects that God has made. Of course, we are supreme creation. But does it mean that if we are supreme, do we have a right to show our supremacy to others? Think of the situation. If anyone will start showing supremacy to the man, what will happen to us? Suppose a goat will start eating a man, what will be the result? You may understand what may be the result. If God will give the snake more powerful powers, and if the snake all the snake will turn into the anaconda, then what will happen? There will be threat of your life. So the God said, oh dear, be merciful, be kind, be sympathetic to all those snakes, because it is foolish to kill a snake. There is no reason. Since the early days, since the word go, since the evolution, since the world came into the formation, we are going in wrong direction, that we are trying to kill the snakes. So here, enough. The poet advocates that enough, please leave the snake. So let him go over the water into the reed to hide. Let him go. Allow the snake to go, and he will himself hide. Here you see what the poet wants to advocate, what the poet wants to plead, that he is melted by the unkind act, moved by the unkind act of a man. He requested us that, oh dear, oh reader, oh man, let the snake go and hide. Hide where? Hide without getting them hurt. Without getting them hurt. Because the snake is looking for self-protection, looking for a shelter. He dangers his life. If the snake has visited to your home, he might have felt the danger that there is a threat. Otherwise, a snake never is found in the homes. If the snakes are in our homes and villages, we are responsible. Because we have destroyed the natural habitats. We have destroyed the natural habitats of a snake. The forest has been cleared. So where they will go? Of course, when there will be no forest, all the animal, whoever they are getting them, if they will not get their food, they will come to your home. So we are mistaken, my dear children. We are responsible, and we are responsible for this act. So this is what the poet wants to say, that let them go unhurt and allow them to hide without hurt, a small and green, into, what is that? Into the reed to hide. There you see, into the reed to hide, into the reed to hide. Again, imagery is being used, very important expressions. Where, what does it mean? The snake runs into the reed to escape from the man. Where the snake goes, the poet requested the man that let him go to the reed to hide. Why he was going to hide? Because he want a safe shelter. What? Why he want to hide? To save himself. To save himself. To save himself from killing. That is what the poet is requesting. Let the snow go and allow him to hide into the reed, because he wants to save himself from killing. Let him go unhurt. A small and green. The snake is a small and green imagery. What is the snake? It is a small. It is green. He is harmless. He is harmless even to the children. Very simple. He is harmless. The snake is not willing to hurt. The snake is not willing to hurt anyone. The word harmless, that means he is not going to harm. Even the children are safe. Even the children are safe. The snake is not willing to hurt anyone, although it looks small and green. It is harmless even to the children. It is harmless even to the children. Along the sand he lay, and the snake is lying away in the sands, unless it is not disturbed. When it is disturbed in the self-protection, when the snake felt a danger, he tried to bite us in his self-protection. Otherwise, what the poet says, that the snake lies there. Where you see, lay until observed. Until it is observed means seen. Observed. Seen. Unless it is not seen. Observed by whom? The man who is pursuing him. Observed by the man. And chased away. Who chased away? The man who observed him. Who chased away? The man who has observed the snake. Who chased? Who chased the snake? The man who observed the snake, chased him. The man who observed the snake chased him. Observed and chased away, and now the vanished in the river. Where the snake has vanished? The snake vanished. Vanished where? Finally, it vanishes away in the ripple of the green reeds. What is where is the vanish? Vanish among the ripple. What is the ripple? What is the ripple? Chase is what? Followed. Vanish. Vanish means what? Disappear. Ripple is the water. Ripple of the water of the green reeds. Where it disappeared? In the ripples of green reed. Reed is what? Reed is what? It is a kind of a grass. Reed is a kind of a tall plant. Reed is what? A tall plant. Reed. A tall plant. A tall green plant, green plant or grass that usually grow into the water, sea, in the seaweeds. So here the snake disappears into the long, tall green grasses, green slim reeds, clear, green slim reeds, green, the color slim is a thin grasses. So thus the snake tried to save itself. Thus the snake is successful in saving himself from the danger of the life. So that is what the poem is about. So dear children, I hope you might have taken the lesson that all the snakes are not harmful. Even though the poisonous snakes are not going to harm you, they bite us when they see their danger of the life. They bite us in their self protection. So leave them. Don't disturb. Thank you. Have a nice day.